What's up, everybody? I'm Nick. Welcome to my channel, Got Studs, where we're cutting through the BS in home building. In today's video, I'm going to cover 3 common problems that I've noticed over my 10 years as a superintendent that occur almost weekly on the job sites. And it happens to be communication fails, and they wreck jobs faster than bad weather. And in this video, I'm going to give you some tips and pointers on how to fix these common problems of communication. If you've ever been on a project and it went sideways because of bad communication, go ahead and hit that like and subscribe for me. Comment down below. It helps YouTube get this video out to the people that really need it. Watch this video to the end for me. I'm going to throw in a bonus tip that will help improve your relationship with your builder. Problem number 1 that I see on every build is wrong channels or too many channels. Here's what I mean by channels. Almost everybody's carrying one of these around, and this is the primary form of communication. We call, we text, we email, and we respond sometimes through apps. Early on, if you've hired a builder to build your home, you're going to want to establish or get with them about what is the preferred method of communication. What channel do they prefer as far as their communication goes? I'm going to give you mine. I found that over the years, this has helped me stay on top of most of the projects that I've been in charge of and keep the communication consistent. If a client of ours needs immediate clarification, my preferred channel would be for you to call me. That means there's something on the job that's time sensitive or needs my attention immediately. I'm going to encourage them to give me a phone call. That's the best way for them to get a hold of me and get the clarification they're looking for. And that goes the same for trades and the suppliers that are involved. Anybody that's involved in the project as a whole, the best way for them to start communicating with me when they need immediate clarification, phone call. Second is to text. Text, especially a follow-up text from a phone call. What that does is that is a confirmation. That's when I need immediate confirmation. Send me a text message, especially after a phone call, because I can get the clarification I need from the call, follow up with the confirmation on a text, and it's really helpful with sending back and forth photos when you need visuals. The third and least best way to get a hold of me, especially during working hours, is to email. Emails are very important when it comes to admin, budget, proposals, change orders, scheduling, even the builder apps that are out there like Buildertrend or Co-Construct. Those are really helpful for us to be able to stay organized in the background. So the best thing that you can do is to clarify that in the beginning with your builder. What is the preferred method of communication? Do I call you when I have this problem? Should I text you if I have an issue? Should I send you an email? And they should be able to lay it out for you what their preferred method is or their preferred order of communication is. So this leads us to problem number 2, and that is missing context. Let's say you've gone to the job site, you've visited, and you're starting to see some things that you're not quite sure are right, or you think they're wrong, or you believe you want something different, and you send 5 photographs with 3 question marks and 0 context. That helps nobody. And it happens more often than you think. If you can't call, and your only form of communication at the time, if you can't call to clarify what those photos mean and you're just sending text messages, hit a one-liner under every photo that you send or give it a little bit more depth to your text messages. That's one of the fastest ways for tension to build up between a builder or a superintendent and a homeowner and trades and the builder, whatever suppliers, is you send a text message with a photo, it's missing something, we're not quite sure what we're looking at, and we can't respond right away because we're in a meeting. It's just best to make sure, especially in text messages, because it's a highly emotionally driven project, right? This is something that, especially with homeowners, if you're building your house, you're wanting to get answers immediately, especially if you see something wrong because you think maybe the builder or the superintendent missed it and you're like, I gotta get this picture out before something happens, and they cover it up. Trust me, the best thing you can do when you add a photo or you send a text message is give it some depth, give it some context. So call for clarification, text for confirmation, add some context, and it moves us into the problem number 3 with communication on the job site. The wrong timing. Most job sites work in a rhythm, right? It's the Monday through Friday, 7 to 5, depending on where you live in the country or the world and how your builder's set up. Here in Florida, where we're living, where we work out of, it's 7 to 5, Monday through Friday is our typical working hours. Which means if you decide to walk your project on a Saturday morning and try to call and I don't answer, or you send some text messages with some angry notes behind it because, again, something might be out of place or wrong, and you haven't communicated all week with that builder, you haven't communicated all week with your superintendent, just realize that on the weekends, weekends and after work, that's when we unplug. It doesn't mean that I don't care or I won't respond to you. It just means that rarely is there something that urgent that outside of those normal working hours would you need to call me or need to text me about the project. In the 10 years that I've been doing this, I've never had to rush back to the job at midnight to fix something. The only time something on a job is truly urgent is if somebody got hurt, somebody's about to get hurt. Everything else, it can wait until the next working hours or the next day that we're on the job. So just hold off on those late night texts, those weekend phone calls. All you're gonna do is build up a bunch of tension between your builder or your super on the job and create some distrust. Have a plan that gets you up to speed. So any issues that you might see on a weekend or a holiday or after hours, just bring it up in your next scheduled meeting or the next day that they're working. So to recap on those 3 problems that we just discussed, get with your builder early, make sure you're using the right channels to communicate the right information so things can run as smoothly as possible for you, the builders, the suppliers, and the trades on the job. And be respectful of time. And that leads me into the bonus tip, the chain of trust. Okay, what is the chain of trust? It's how the communication should flow when you're working with a contractor or builder to build your home. So communication works best when it flows through the right people. Here's what I mean. You as a homeowner has hired the builder has their trades that they've worked with for many years and built rapport and a reputation with, as well as suppliers. And where things start to get really chaotic on a job is when a homeowner starts to go around the builder or the superintendent on the job and talk directly with the trades and vice versa. When our trades start to talk directly to the homeowner and gossip ensues, right? This was said about this, or we talked about this, and this is what I wanted. It can get really chaotic really quickly, especially as a homeowner if you're in there communicating a problem that you haven't discussed with the builder. The trade is just going off the last piece of information that the builder gave them. And they're gonna stop what they're doing to get the clarification they need from the home or from the builder, which usually means they're gonna have to stop production, get the problem resolved, when maybe the whole time it was something that you could have possibly just taken care of earlier on with the builder, and they would have had that fixed before the trade got out there. So again, this is not about a control thing, it's just accountability. The job's gonna flow really smoothly if you go directly into your, whoever your point of contact is in the field, whether it be a superintendent or the contractor directly or a project manager, whoever it is, you're gonna use one of those forms of communications that we talked about earlier, a phone call, text message, an email, whatever the preferred method is, and they'll communicate all the information that's necessary out to the field. So homeowner to builder, builder to trades. When the chain holds, problems get solved. When the chain breaks, problems arise faster than concrete sets. All right, thanks for sticking around to the end. I hope this video communicated to you with some clarity on what you might be able to do to help solve some of the problems when it comes to communication fails on a home building project. The right channel, clear context, proper timing, and a strong chain of trust. It's how you're gonna build a much cleaner, calmer project. If this hits home with you, go ahead and drop your worst communication fail you've ever experienced on a job before. I may feature it in a future video. If you haven't done so already, please hit the subscribe and like button for me. It gets this information out to the homeowners and builders and people that might need it. Thank you for watching. I'm Nick. This is Got Studs, where we're cutting through the BS in home building.